All right. Hello, everybody. Here I am again. Commitment is a commitment. I would say that once again. Uh, Let me come a little bit more this way. Once again, against all the odds. And I was thinking about that. Like my brother, I was talking to my brother. My brother said that my channel, it's like I'm doing therapy. Yeah. It might be though. It may be one of the reasons why I decided to take on this journey is probably, yeah, maybe I can talk whatever I want and I can read the reply after if I want or not, but I am very well trained already with anything bad that it may come. I just think that maybe these excuse me, maybe these odds that we call, in the end of the day, they are challenges, yeah, challenges that we go through, like we say in Brazil, that would separate the kids from the mans. It's something that we say to understand that only who really does the effort. It's like if you compare, for those that have any doubts of trying something digital, is when you wake up to go to your regular work, to your ordinary work every day, some days you don't feel like, oh, I just don't want to go there. Oh, I just don't want to, bear with that person. I can't bear with that person, for a whole day. And whoever it is. So, but either way you go, you have to. It's the same I'm doing now. Again, the odds were really, if you look after, I don't want any pity or anything. It's just, it looks nice up here, right? I got a little aroma there with some smoke effect. Got a nice London picture. I got our friends that hopefully they come here and tell me what the hell is going on. But yeah, and yesterday I said that I wasn't gonna extend myself, but I end up talking for another 20 something minutes. So I'm still unaware of uh, lightning and camera position and whatnot. I'm just really, really tired today. It's been a very busy day. It's 22 past 1 already here in London, so it's normally the time that I am already posting the videos. But yeah, today was a special day. A few things on the way, a few stones to make the river prettier. I think like that. I won't say that some things that happened today kind of drove me slightly mental, and I blew with a couple of people. One of them was my brother, but then it took me about 5-10 minutes to breathe everything in and out and see it as not a problem and an obstacle that can be, and it can, if you open the zone, it surely can. So but it's really that moment when you have that feeling, you feel something weird on your body. I know I have read about it, but again, this is a vlog, so there are some things that I'm gonna mention that I'm not gonna report, but I will refer. But I will fix all the descriptions of the videos with the links, especially because these guys from Think Media, you gotta watch them, guys. Like they are. I'm gonna find out the name of this fella that I am watching. I'm gonna put. I'm not on the green screen now, but I will put on the here somewhere to see him. He also, like I was saying, the first video he posted, because he used to work for a church, and he also built a vlog to report what was going on so he wouldn't forget. And now he works teaching people to do that. I'm not saying that I want to do the same, but it's kind of like I want to try, because I am up for it, and show whoever is interested as well if it's possible or not. For example, yesterday I said I was going to put the subtitles, Portuguese subtitles, because I want to reach the Brazilian public specifically. And good news for Portuguese speakers. I think I'm going to open another channel only in Portuguese and talking about, all this info that I talk here, plus traveling and, advices. And because I know there are a lot of people in Brazil that sometimes just a little push and they will go. So I could only translate these, as I have found a way where I don't have to pay. I'll say in the end of the video if you want to know how you can put in an easy way, not having to type everything, and get your subtitles in any language without paying anything. So I found a way. It's a bit, but it's free. So yeah, but then I was thinking that, because this vlog I'm doing on a daily basis, because that's the idea of the algorithm, and that's what I heard from this kid, and I am trying. But also the one in Portuguese, as it's directed to Brazilians, it's also another way of talking, and surely in Portuguese. But what I mean is, it's a different point of view as well. Here what I'm doing is I feel more comfortable speaking in English, even though my English is not. I have a TOEFL certification, and then I have in proficiency I have C2. C2, yeah. Like there's only one level above, apparently, that sometimes not even natives reach, because then it involves a lot of grammar and stuff. So, and anyway, I just enjoy speaking English for some reasons. Sometimes I put some Portuguese or some Latin words. But the other day I said a word, I don't remember which word was it, and I got a little bit like, I don't remember this word, and then I went to research, and then the latest date that this word was used was in 1810. Which means it was English. It could be that it was anglais with an A, that you guys must know, that is the English English language from the Anglo, before the French influence came on. So yeah, so the word exists. But anyway, here the teaching channel is another channel where also I help my students to achieve where I am, and if they wanna become masters of inversions, and speak. I use inversion sometimes after I learned, like in the beginning it sounded really hard. It was hard to apply, because once you do auxiliary subject inversion for affirmative sentences, to make emphasis or whatnot, it was at the time, because I started studying English when I was 6, 7, 8 years old, 8 years old. So when I learned, it was confusing, but then after I started to live the language, it became more, especially working in fine hotels and restaurants and whatnot. So you kind of meet people that speak like that. But anyway, the Portuguese channel is going to be, yeah, I think I'm going to do, because the English I post only once. That's what whoever is seeing, if my brother, thanks, bro. And then, for example, the English channel, I only post one video a week. This one I am, it's being a bit of a hustle, because I decided to do on a daily basis, and it was in a moment of my life where things were changing and I was getting adapted to new stuff and whatnot. But then I decided to do for that reason, not only to see if it's possible, but to show anyone that wants to see if it's possible, and maybe encourage them as well. And yeah, as I said, if you look behind the camera here, you wouldn't believe. But the space is it's slightly better. I will have more facilities to apply what I want to do, so I can have stable background where I don't have to be building all the time. I can have another wall with a green screen, and so everything is going according to the plans. But yeah, there are some stones in the middle. This is it just makes the river looks prettier. All right, so today, because it was what it was, I didn't bring much of tech to the table, uh, but I wanted to mention. Right, so what I want to mention is it's literally today because I was on all this effort. Tomorrow I gotta go to buy my RAM, and even this guy from Think Smart. No, is it Think Smart? Think Media. Sorry, Think Media. This guy was even meaning that that's why he showed his video from the time he started, and it was really really bad quality, comparing to what he does now. But but obviously in this case it has to be. But obviously he started from a point that he used what he had to kickstart, and he says to everybody, no matter that was on his time or on nowadays, he says, you gotta start, you gotta come in front of the camera. As I have mentioned in the other video, it's not that easy. you know you gotta understand that you're gonna make video not for the people that you're gonna make video for people that you don't know. Mainly it is like that anyway. But this way also helps you to unblock a little bit, to loosen up a little bit, because you're thinking that you were gonna be talking to strangers. But I agree that being in front of the camera, and I still not 100% comfortable, but I am used to talk to public. I was well trained by Elfie. It was my first job in a CD store back home in Blumenau, and she used to do that with me on purpose. She used to send me to the customers. Sometimes the customers were her friends, and they would make my life miserable. They would ask for all the CDs from different um, different styles, and it was like, oh, can I have this, that? But they were doing it on purpose because she was training me. Because I was very very shy, very shy. Mamma mia. I would stay there in the corner of the shop. I would go all red, sweat a lot when I would talk to someone that I didn't know. And I have learned, nowadays I still get, for example, at school it's different because your position is different. So I went to speak in front of people the other day when I got named, and I got slightly blushy, but it's just, it is what it is. It's all here. You got to control what is in there. And I tell you, guys, like, I was, someone might think like, oh, now he's just going to open several YouTube channels. More or less, like, because look, I have already worked as a CD seller, an office boy, an order catcher in factory, warehouse in factory. Like, you got the order and you have a little trolley, you go there, pick up the order, put on the trolley, and then so I work as a warehouse assistant, the one that have to check the order, a maintenance of the warehouse, office assistant, plumber, receptionist, cell phone seller, dealer, waiter, bartender, promoter, driver, husband, DJ, gardener, barista, dishwasher, dessert chef, barback, mixologist, AGM, printing assistant, now English teacher being a wife, but English teacher, interpreter, and now what do you call it? YouTuber, media creator. I This guy was also talking. He has. I'm gonna put the link here somewhere for this is a 1 day challenge or something, or 1 day course for free that he talks a lot of stuff, and it's really cool because he mentions all this that I'm talking here. He mentions that, and he mentioned that the stocks, they are really looking up for digital creators, because if you notice, a lot of countries have already created digital nomad visas, because this is what is coming. So they are allowing people to bring a lot of money to their country, because normally whoever works on the internet makes a good living. And that's what I hope, and that's what I've been seeing. Again, my idea. Oh, now I don't have the green screen anymore. But my idea is the van, the dogs, the Skynet on top, and get out of London. Thank you very much, London. It was a pleasure. But yeah, I want to go to a quieter place. But the internet now makes you capable of being present all the time. And as my brother said, like, because this new space, I built an office where I'm going to sleep on. I didn't build a room to work in. I built an office where I'm going to sleep on. And he was like, "Oh, that's not good for mental health and stuff." And then I said, I am already on that, but I understand his concerns. I'm his brother. But, I still enjoy going for my walks. And sometimes I feel that, sometimes we really feel that the brain is frying and you have to get some air and stuff. But no pain, no gain. I believe that the effort is part of it. Everything I did in my life, like when I was, for example, I said the last job I was doing as an AGM in a bar, I was also working 16 hours and sleeping in the office. So you know and in the end of the day, it's just a matter of what you feel like doing at the moment. Do you want to try? Do you want to go through that? Because, it's anything you're going to do work wise or intending to make money, it will, even if you do something you enjoy, always, there will always be, odds or rocks or stones or obstacles or however you want to call it. So today's video is mainly that. I'm gonna compensate for all the ones that I spoke over. And today, it's Saturday anyway, so video will be posted, lesson will be given after you see the background. And it's that if you want to do it, you just need to get it done. And it's if normally people that don't do, it's normally because they have another option, or they don't fully want. That's what I think. Like, I had other options, but those options, they weren't good enough to me anymore. I didn't want to work for big hotels anymore, and I stopped drinking, so I didn't want to make drinks anymore. And that was mainly my whole knowledge was behind the bar as a mixologist. That's what I study. I have a certification on WSET liquor, so I study all the raw material, the differences and whatnot. I was studying actually to pass on the level 3. That is a blind test involved. So you need to name the spirit is easy, but you need to name the spirit, name the style of the spirit. If it's if it's a rum, if it's a 3-year rum, a 8-year rum, a 12-year rum, and if you're the man, you name the bottle. I think there must be something on the background of that. But anyway, I saw a wine taste of one girl, and I don't really know if I believe that. I really don't. Like, she named the bottle and the year. I mean, I said I don't know if I believe. So please don't come with. I'm just saying that it's a hell of a skill if it's true. It's a hell of a skill. But I was trying, like I was practicing for quite a while, and it was really hard. At least with whiskey, rum, it was really, especially when you get to the top shelf. The cheap stuff is easy to recognize, but when you get to the top shelf, 12-year rum, they start to go licorice. So it's a lot of notes that you need to find to be able to. But yeah, that might be true. Everything is possible nowadays. All right, so stay here with the little shot of the background. See what I'm getting up to. I got a little background going, and the idea is now be able to create more content. I have been studying these guys from Think Media and getting some ideas of other channels, and obviously, again, has to be, yeah. And in fact, no, it could be in fact now. In fact, my idea is to all the channels I do to bring something at least. I wouldn't want to do a channel that is just for that. This one, as I said, it's as silly as it can look, but the idea is like post a video every day, talk for some time, say something that may be interesting to anyone, and see what happens after 30 days. And again, I know that the content is not the best yet. It will improve. It is improving. At least the visuals are. And but the content will be also improving, which is part of the process as well. So I can apply as well on my teaching one and on these other ideas that I have been going through, I have been having, and or that have been coming up to my mind. Just because today I just spoke to my student about having on the present perfect continuous. But in this case, you can use that, right? Because I have been having some thoughts. You can use that. All right, so that's it. The odds are not odds. They are just there to make you stronger. And whenever you get to the top of the mountain, you'll have stories to tell, and everything looks a lot prettier. I am slightly looking tired, I believe, but it was a long day. It has been because I still have to set up the place where I'm gonna have my deserved shut eye, like Jim Carrey said. And yeah, another day, another dollar. Tomorrow I will. If it's sunny tomorrow, I will even do an outdoor one tomorrow. That would be cool. I do from Canary Wharf. One of the only places you can still have your phone out with no worriness in London, with no concerns. And also because I need to go to the uni and I need to go to Stratford to get some RAM memory. All right, happy days. Day 7, done. Tick, check. Background improving. Message of the day, like Bob Marley said, don't give up the fight. Never give up the fight. Você levanta e vai trabalhar todo dia. Se você consegue fazer isso, você consegue abrir uma loja digital, você consegue vender um curso digitalmente, você consegue. Eu garanto para vocês, o effort é o mesmo. Às vezes até o effort de fazer isso é mais gratificante porque sabe que tu está fazendo. Have I just changed to Portuguese? Yes, I have. For how long have I been speaking Portuguese? I'm gonna have to check that. See, that's a sign of being tired. So now no way I can continue that now. So yeah, if that's not a sign of being slightly tired, I wouldn't have a clue what it is. It has happened one day as well, interpreting. But they didn't help much. They were half speaking between them, and then suddenly they just turned to me and asked, so I started to speak with the English person in Portuguese and vice versa. Yeah. It happens sometimes, though. I'm just a human. I'm just a Joseph. Right, day 7. I need some rest, and I'll see you tomorrow. Right, so hello. I am on the front camera now, yeah? So this is how it is. So the computer is there. And then I got some suitcase there. The bed is actually unbuilt there. That's where I'm gonna sleep. And then there is that. And then there is the other screen is already there on the wall. And yeah, it's pretty messy. Yeah. All right. And as I was watching the video, I also saw that I haven't spoken about how I did, how I will do. I found out how I can do the subtitles without. I will pay you, CapCut. I promise. I need all the other stuff. At the moment, short budget, mine. And what you can do is, while you're recording your video, in fact, I didn't do today. So yesterday, I did from the device I had recorded. I played the video, the recording, and then I had on the other device Otter. I'm gonna put here the name. So Otter typed everything for me after I translated. I think Otter already does that, but I used another translator. I translated to Portuguese, and then I'm gonna just slide in the video. So that's a free way of doing it. Any voice to text, you can leave it on while you are doing your video, and then after you translate to the language you want, because English mainly it's already automatic, so you don't have to bother. But I was thinking on that because I want to do I want, even though I'm thinking on doing the Brazilian one, the Portuguese one, Brazilian Portuguese one. I want them, whoever is interested, to have access to this one as well. So I will, I will. No, even if my mom also, my brother asked my mom if she watched my video. She says, "Yeah, but I don't understand." So even if it's her, but I will add that up, and that's gonna be another step up. But that's a good way of doing it. So if you want, there we go. See you tomorrow.
Do